Epidemic has tightened its grip on addicts, and now a growing threat that's turning people into what some are calling living zombies. For example, in Philadelphia, zombie-like addicts, their nearly lifeless bodies covered with sores, causing their limbs to rot. It's all caused by an animal tranquilizer that's being mixed with opioids. It's called xylazine, the street name TRANQ. It's deadly. It's resistant to Narcan. Reporter Mary Murphy visited this area in Philly and saw the impact firsthand.
Never heard of TRANQ. I never heard of TRANQ or anything, man, until I came here.
Alarm bells are sounding in Philadelphia about TRANQ.
You'd see people kind of like walk.
Shalom, shalom. Call halal, YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHWASHI, BAHASHAM, QADASH. That's giving all praise to the Most High in the name of His only begotten Son, in the name of the Holy Spirit. My name is Ibar from the Prophets in Babylon camp down here in Tampa, Florida. And I want to give double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who taught us His truth, and truth is sincerity. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect scattered abroad. This is the book of Amos, chapter 3, verse 6. Shall a trumpet be blown in the city, and the people not be afraid? Shall there be evil in a city, and Yahawah hath not done it? And as you saw right here in this video,
Never heard of TRANQ. I never heard of TRANQ or anything, man, until I came here.
Alarm bells are sounding in Philadelphia about.
she said alarm bells are sounding in Philadelphia, okay, which as you saw was the ambulance, no sirens, okay. The warning bell has been sounding, the warning alarm has been sounding before those ambulances and those fire trucks and those they coming with the Narcan and stuff. The prophets have been out there telling you what's been going on, okay, and what was coming to this place, and how it's only about to get worse, man, okay. And you see what's going on in Philadelphia. I've done several videos on what's going on in Philadelphia. The Lord called us to be watchmen. You shouldn't be going into videos, and you're not going into videos going into all these topics that you see around you, man. The Lord told us to prophesy against this place. And what we are seeing right now is the beginning of the end of America. Okay, this is the beginning of the end of America. Now, I'm going to play this video back. And they're talking about how this new drug, okay, TRANQ, which is, pretty much horse tranquilizer, mixed with the damn fentanyl and everything else, people are taking, and they're having like zombie-like effects. They're acting like zombies. They're looking like zombies. Their skin and their flesh is starting to rot off. Okay, this is all the judgment of Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHWASHI coming upon this earth, man. The Lord is starting to visit this earth. I'm gonna bring it back. Amos chapter 3, verse 6. Shall a trumpet be blown in the city, and shall the people not be afraid? So the Lord had His prophets out there blowing His trumpet in the city, and you people haven't been afraid. You people could care less. But guess what? Shall there be evil in a city, and Yahawah hath not done it? So now you see in this evil, which that evil, Eve El goes into bad times, okay, ill times, and Esau is starting to feel those bad times, in his kingdom, man. Okay, so evil is going out throughout the city, and Yahawah is the one doing this, man. It says, surely the Lord Yahawah BAHASHAM YAHWASHI will do nothing, but He revealeth His secret unto His servants the prophets. So the prophets have been telling you what's going on. We've been going down a list and a long line of plagues that's going to come upon this place, and this is one of them. All right, so let's let this video play back. Salakia, I just want to get that out real quick. Let's let this video play, and I'm going to grab some scriptures.
Well, the drug epidemic has tightened its grip on addicts, and now a growing threat that's turning people into what some are calling living zombies. For example, in Philadelphia, zombie-like addicts, their nearly lifeless bodies covered with sores, causing their limbs to rot. It's all caused by an animal tranquilizer that's being mixed with opioids. It's called xylazine, the street name TRANQ. It's deadly. It's resistant to Narcan. Reporter Mary Murphy visited this area in Philly and saw the impact firsthand.
Never heard of TRANQ. I never heard of TRANQ or anything, man, until I came here.
Alarm bells are sounding in Philadelphia about TRANQ.
You'd see people kind of like walking around looking like animals when their knuckles are touching the ground.
Now Art El Malik's hands and knuckles are swollen to 3 times their natural size from exposure to the animal sedative xylazine, street name TRANQ.
When I was leaving, Somebody did samples, and that's what got me stuck, man. They had samples of free dope.
The xylazine now mixed into
You said they had samples of free dope. So really, even though Esau put this stuff in his society, they want to destroy America. Okay, so your ruling elites, the ones who are truly in power, like how they put the crack and stuff in our communities to destroy, our communities in the 80s. Guess what? He's also responsible for putting these drugs in your communities now. And also this is the Lord putting the curses on our enemies, man. You now these heathens are feeling the curses that Jake was feeling, because 20, 30, 40 years ago, it was only, heard of for this to be Jake out here in the streets, and nobody had a problem with it. You ain't have no big old, rush hour news, articles on this thing. They purposely did that to lock us up, but now it's happening to their own people, and now it's a big deal. Okay, TRANQ turning addicts into living zombies. Okay, and I give it maybe 20, 30, 40 years ago, these people that you see all over the street, and like I said, I've done videos on this before on my other channels, maybe my Ibar 144 channel. I believe I got a video on there about this, man, and that video was doing numbers, because you living in another country or in your own little world, you might not see this, but this is going to get closer and closer to home. Okay, you're going to start seeing your city go more and more to shit. Even in my city I'm at now, I'm noticing a lot more graffiti. You're noticing graffiti and shit. So at first, a city is doing good, then it goes to degeneracy. Okay, which is ultimately hell. More death and destruction is coming upon this place, and we have just seen the beginning. We are just seeing the beginning of it. Okay, Salakia.
90% of Philadelphia's fentanyl and heroin supply, drugs that drive fatal overdoses.
Adding a horse tranquilizer, something more sedating, makes it feel like it lasts longer.
But now fentanyl addicts newly addicted to xylazine seen nodding out and falling over along.
So they were already fentanyl addicts, which is already, can kill you. Now they're addicted to xylazine, which is this TRANQ medication. Okay, and that's just you just fell into a deeper ditch. They're trying to get these people off the opioids and off the fentanyl, but now it's the ditch just got deeper and trying to and them people just they did that. Majority of people that's on this, they're gone, man. Okay, their literal limbs are rotting off.
Philadelphia's notorious Kensington Avenue are
I've
also
done a video on that same exact in damn intersection, man. Let me see if I can find it. Lord willing, I can find it, man.
Developing dangerous sores on their bodies.
Next thing you know, you wake up with these big holes all over you, these sores in your legs and wherever. They just pop out of anywhere.
And that's how it's going to be whenever the people start taking that Korogma and mass. Okay, you're going to start getting grievous sores. But, that's immediately what I thought about when they said those sores is coming on those people. But ultimately, from this drug, it's destroying your body. If you got sores popping up on the outside of your body, that means that something is happening inside your body. Okay, so this stuff is really not good for you.
The doctors told you that you could lose your leg.
Yes.
And that's not enough to get you to stop.
Trying. It's not. It's a lot easier said than done.
That's a demon, man. That's a demon on these people. It's causing them to be stuck in that state.
El Malik knows infection could precede amputation.
Yeah, I mean, there's a possibility. Yeah, it's a possibility.
Look at this guy. He got on the Burberry shades. The Burberry shades. Okay. But he said, yeah, there's a possibility. So these people are getting their limbs, amputated, and they don't give a damn because they just trying to get high again.
A lot of my friends have lost their limbs already.
Withdrawal symptoms associated with TRANQ can be brutal.
I tried cold turkey, man. I had a seizure and everything.
You had problems on your legs?
I did, man. I had a hole in my shin, and I could literally put 2 fingers in there.
We noticed one young man in a wheelchair missing his left foot. A federal law enforcement source told Pix 11 News vials of xylazine have already been found in New York City stash houses that produce.
And I've been to New York City one time, you know, you know, it was a while ago. It was before I came into the truth. And I went there for like pretty much business or whatever. I had like a show or whatever there. And I remember I was in Manhattan, and it was this guy. He had a plate full of food, and like how you see this guy to your left or to your right. I'm not sure exactly how it's gonna show up on the screen, but it's usually the opposite. But he had this plate of food in his hand, a full plate of food somebody gave him, and he was leaning over about to spill the plate of food because he was so damn high, man. He didn't even touch the food. Nothing had been ate on the food, man. You know, and there was a lot of, you know, hey man, the city was really dirty. It was trash everywhere. It was, you know, really crowded. You know, which all this stuff just leads to more disease. All right, but the fact that people are on these drugs and they're out here like pretty much dropping dead in the middle of the street. Hey man, this is, you know, this shows you that the Lord is to be feared, man. Okay, the Lord is to be feared. Let me grab this real quick. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 24, verse 1. Behold, Yahweh maketh the earth empty, and maketh it waste. So that's what the Lord is doing right now. He's making this earth empty. He's making it a waste, man. Okay? Because what? You have the wicked in power, man. The wicked are ruling. So the earth is not going to be in a good state when the wicked are in power. Okay? The earth is in a shitty place right now because evil people are in power. Shitty people are in power. It says, and maketh it waste, and turneth it upside down, and scattereth abroad the inhabitants thereof. The Lord has turned this place upside down. Okay? Life as we know it is changing drastically every day. It says, and it shall be as with the people, so with the priest, as with the servant, so with the master, as with the maid, so with the mistress, as with the buyer, so with the seller, as with the lender, so with the borrower, as with the taker of usury, so with the giver of usury. The land shall be utterly emptied and utterly spoiled, for Yahweh have spoken this word. So everybody gonna be feeling this you know, these contractions that's going on in America, man. Okay, because our Lord is about to come upon this earth. So before that comes, he said that before he gets here, he come to send fire. But what will he if he already be kindled? This place is already gonna be in shambles when the Lord get here, man. Okay, so everybody gonna be feeling it. It says the earth mourneth and fadeth away. The world languisheth and fadeth away. A haughty people of the earth do languish. And that's what you're seeing right now. People are starting to languish. People are you know, just getting worse and worse. You know, more sickness, more disease, more people are getting more obese. You know, so this isn't a good place to be, man. This isn't going to be a functioning society in another, you know, 10, 20 years, much less if there was another 10, 20 years here, you know, hypothetically speaking. If there was another 10, 20 years here, this was not going to be a much functioning place, you know, much longer. Not to mention, you know, the next, you know, 10 to 15 months. Okay. This thing is moving fast. It's moving rapidly. They say how they already found it in the drug houses in New York. So this thing can spread around the nation like a damn demic, man. And that guy said he got free samples. Somebody gave him free samples, and then he got hooked immediately. Gone. It says the earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof. So because of these people that are in rulership and inhabiting this place, the earth is being defiled. Because they have transgressed the laws, changed the ordinance. You see, they have changed the ordinances, the way that the Lord set up on this earth. They want to change that. And you see what's the result of that, man. When you change the ways the Lord has set up upon this earth, you got hell and high water everywhere you look. I just did a video about a woman that got attacked in a damn gym. Well, guess what? If you went back to the ancient ways and the old paths, it won't be going on. But it's going on because people are going their own way and not the way the Lord commanded us to. It says, broken the everlasting covenant. All people have broken the everlasting covenant with our Lord, and we just turned to trait degeneracy. You know, and Esau, you know, that he already degenerate, so it's just bad on top. It's all bad. It says, therefore hath the curse devoured the earth, and they that dwell therein are desolate. Therefore the inhabitants of the earth are burned, and few men left. You see, so that's what it's going to come down to, man. This place must be burned with fire, and there are going to be few men left. The scripture says a remnant shall be saved. Okay, majority of your Americans, though, are going to be, you know, gone like these living zombies, and worse. It says, the new wine mourneth, the vine languisheth, all the merry-hearted do sigh. You see, so these people feeling it now, man. The mirth of tabret ceaseth, the noise of them that rejoice endeth, the joy of the harp ceaseth. Ooh, imagine, you got music playing and you riding through this, street, and you seeing this shit. You're gonna turn the music off, man, and be looking like, damn, what the hell, you know, hissing like, god damn, you know. And that's how these people had looked upon us, but now it's happening to their people too. So it's just all bad, okay? It says, they shall not drink wine with a song. Strong drink shall be bitter to them that drink it, you see. And that, you can go into that strong drink, that wine. Hey, you can liken that unto this damn drug, man. Because people ain't going out and drinking it and having a good time no more. They drinking to escape from their sorrows. They drinking from escape from their hells, their problems, their bills, life. Okay? It says the city of confusion. Here's the point. The city of confusion. Babylon. Babel. This place is confusion, man. The city of confusion is broken down. This place is being broken down. Every house is shut up that no man may come in. And this is what we are seeing. Okay? This is what we're seeing, man. And you see around these stores, on this street, all the stores in the background are closed up, shut down, people moving the hell out, going to other places with their businesses because it is over there, man. These people aren't consume or aren't going to be able to consume product. They're going to be in there stealing, okay, sleeping in your bathroom, shooting up in your bathroom, shooting up in the middle of your store, falling unconscious in the middle of your store, man. It says there's a crying for wine in the streets. Now people won't want answers. Now people don't know what's going on. All joy is darkened. The mirth of the land is gone. All the laughter and the joy and the good times in this place is gone. It's dried up. And now this is what you get. In the city is left desolation, and the gate is smitten with destruction. You see? So that's what we see in these cities now. Desolation and destruction. Okay?
Drugs, and it's spreading to other states.
Last I heard, it's probably at least 36 or so. It's spreading pretty rapidly.
Even though the animal tranquilizer xylazine is causing
some... These devils are doing animal tranquilizer, man. Anything they can use to get high. And this is not even, the government haven't even labeled this a controlled substance yet, because, who the hell would think you would use... anybody in their right mind ain't gonna grab no animal tranquilizer and start shooting it up, man. But it's demons on these people, man. Okay? It is demons on these people. And the Lord put the demons on them so that they can ultimately be destroyed. Okay? They're gonna be destroyed, man. Like I was saying, and I remember when I was growing up, man, I had, I had Edomite friends and shit, and they wouldn't do this much of this shit when I was around, but I was hearing about it, and I noticed they would really do it when it was the Edomites that got together, when all the Edomites was hanging out and Jake wasn't really around, they would do some weird ass shit. But one thing that they would do is they would go into the store and they would do this thing called duster. And they would literally find a can of duster, which I don't really know what the fuck that is, but it's like a can, of some, some compressed air, and they would pretty much, blow it into the consume that duster or whatever, and then their voice would get real deep, and then they'll fucking drop out and pass out on the ground, man, high as shit. Supposedly it was supposed to be a great feeling or whatever. It had you high as hell, but it caused your voice to get deep and you to fucking pass out in the middle of the store. They actually had to start locking the shit because fucking degenerates are going there and be dustering up in the damn cleaning aisle or something. I don't know exactly where it was at, but like I said, that right, the type of stuff like that right there, kind of I immediately recognized that as bullshit and got away from it. But those people that are not strong enough in the mind, you might say, oh, let me try it. Next thing you know, your ass out there, laying in the middle of aisle 3, so it's only going to get worse, man. You know, and I say that to say that. I say that to say this. It's only going to get worse. Okay, more and more death, destruction, more and more trials and tribulation, more and more plagues are coming upon this place.
People to lose their limbs here in Philadelphia. It is not listed as a controlled substance in the United States. The Drug Enforcement Administration does not regulate it.
A non-regulated supply, there's going to be anything and everything.
How can I help you?
Prevention Point Philadelphia has nurses helping with wound care, nutrition, and clean needle supplies. But the drug
clean needle supplies. So not only are you helping, well, I mean, they kind of got to, because if you don't, people gonna be using bad needles and they're gonna be dying on the street. So they said, damn, we got to give them, we at least got to give them clean needles. You know, people got on this guy Biden about that, because he was, you know, giving people fucking clean needles. That was, you know, where our tax dollars was going to give addicts clean needles.
dealers abound on Kensington Avenue. Ralph Dixon, a lifelong Philadelphia resident, told us he's never seen anything like what's happened with TRANQ.
They are no place for these people. That stuff is like eating this their flesh away. It was probably too potent for a human being to be taken anyhow. The drug dealers, why they cutting the drugs with that stuff is beyond me.
Mary Murphy, News Nation.
Dealers, why they flesh away.
Ralph Dixon.
Ralph Dixon. You see Jake, you know, Jake ain't doing so bad right now. But you got Edomites over there in the street, you know, licking the pavement, man. Okay, Deuteronomy chapter 30, verse 7, and Yahawah, thy power will put all these curses upon thine enemies. So at one point in time, this was us. You know, this was us, and it was, you know, everybody was cool with that. But now it's coming upon our enemies. Okay, and that's why they're doing, like I said, that's why they're doing these articles on it. That's why they're making a big deal about it. You know, border report. They got all this, you know, rush hour. They had to bring this out. You know, and like I said, I've already reported on what's going on in Philadelphia, and you know those states alike, and what's happening with these drugs already multiple times. So now that they're reporting on it, that shows you that it's getting bad. Okay. It's getting bad, and I would just see people, and how at first how I will report on in my previous videos, which some of you might have already saw them. The way I'll report on them is I will just see videos on Twitter of people literally riding through the city. Literally, I saw people riding. It was people riding on this road. They'll be riding down this road, and they'll be literally outside their car just filming, you know, what they were seeing. It'll be fucking people literally, you know, bent backwards, you know, just zombified, man. And I did a video on it, but now you actually got news articles out there with the microphone in people's faces, asking them, talking to the addicts, what's going on with you? Why is this happening? Okay. It says, and Yahawah, thy power will put all these curses upon thine enemies, and on them that hate thee, which persecuted thee. You see, so the Lord's putting these plagues upon our enemies, man, these curses upon our enemies.
Lifelong Philadelphia resident told us he's never seen anything like what's happened with TRANQ. Nutrition and clean needle supplies. But the drug dealers abound on Kensington Avenue. Ralph Dixon, a lifelong Philadelphia resident, told us he's never seen anything like what's happened with TRANQ.
They are no place for these people. That stuff is like eating their flesh away. It was probably too potent for a human being to be taken anyhow. The drug dealers, why they cutting the drugs with that stuff is beyond me.
Mary Murphy, News Nation.
Look,
Thank you for watching.
That was somebody's grandma, bro. She out of there.
Thank you for watching. Go to News Nation now.
Lucky.
Drug dealers, why they cutting the drugs with that stuff is beyond me.
Now, if that was Jake over there fucking shooting up right there in the middle of the street like that, the damn paddy wagon would have rolled up and locked all Jake up. You know, and they put the drugs in our communities to fill these private prisons. But they don't want to put AP people in private prisons. They're going to give them help. They're going to give them rehab and shit. You know, they're going to make news articles about them, you know, call for, you know. Look at her. She leaning. She out of there, boy. Through. Gone. And that's happened all over America.
Mary Murphy, News Nation.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your television provider.
When I was leaving,
Hands and knuckles are swollen to 3 times their natural size from exposure to the animal sedative xylazine, street name TRANQ.
So that's what's getting them, man. That TRANQ, that's what's getting them right there. Okay. Let me grab this right here. I'm going to close out. It says Isaiah chapter 47, verse 1. Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon, which is America. So America was on high, but now this place is starting to sit in the dust. It's starting to look worse than a third world country around this motherfucker, man. Sit on the ground where there is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldeans, which are you sorcerers. You know, these these drugs are made in labs, man. You know, and then put on the streets, and your government is doing it. They want to see you, fucking out of it. It says, for thou shalt not no more be called tender and delicate. Okay, so this place is gonna be called tender and delicate no more. You see how people that will come to this place thought the streets was paved with gold. No, now the streets are paved with drug addicts. It says, take the millstones and grind meal. Uncover thy locks. Make bare the leg, uncover the thigh, pass over the rivers. Thy nakedness shall be uncovered, yeah, thy shame shall be seen. I will take vengeance, and I will not meet thee as a man. So the Lord is causing these places shame to be seen. It's been, found out to be, not the place that, is portrayed to be on damn TV, man. And it's only getting worse. The Lord said, I will not meet thee as a man. As for our Redeemer, Yahawah of hosts is his name, the Holy One of Israel. Sit thou silent and get into darkness, O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt be no more called the Lady of Kingdoms. It's not gonna be no more a superpower, a Lady of Kingdoms. For a period of time, America was the best place to be. I was wroth with my people. I have polluted mine inheritance and given them into thine hand. The Lord was angry with us, and he polluted and destroyed us, giving us into these devils' hands. Thou didst show them no mercy. You ain't show us no mercy. You put drugs in our community, so now the drugs we can't put in your communities. Upon the ancient hast thou very heavily laid thy yoke. And that's what they would do. Upon the ancient, man, they would, which is, Jake, they would pretty much, they moved us out of the cities, first of all, into, projects and shit, and they would put drugs in the projects, hoping that in this project, because this is exactly what it was, a project, it was hoping that we would all just die off in there, man, in the projects. We would kill each other, put guns in the projects, we would kill each other, and then, while they in these cities and in these, the nice parts of the city, living their lives, we were supposed to be in the damn corners and in the cuts, dying off. But now it's going into their cities, into their homes, where they seeing, it was a very famous picture of a family, a Edomite family sitting down eating, and right next to them eating is a damn homeless dude on the ground, passed out. It says, and thou saidst, I shall be a lady forever. America thought it was going to be in power forever, so that thou didst not lay these things to thy heart. You ain't really think about these things too hard, man. You ain't think about, okay, what's going to be the end of all this? You see? Neither didst thou remember the latter end of it. So you didn't think about what was going to be the end of this, how, where all this was going to go. Therefore, hear now this, thou art given it. It's like thou that art given to pleasures. And people that are chasing that high, they're trying to get higher and higher. It says that dwellest carelessly, that sayest in thine heart, I am, and none else beside me. I shall not sit as a widow, neither shall I know the loss of children. That's just the spirit of America, that pride. Okay, but now you start about to feel it. It says, but these two things shall come to thee in a moment, in one day, the loss of children and widowhood. They shall come upon thee in their perfection, in the multitude of thy sorceries, and for great abundance of thine enchantments. Because America, is in a lot of, sorceries and enchantments going on. A lot of witchcraft goes on here. So the Lord is going to bring, a lot of judgment upon this place because of that. All right. I'm going to read a little bit more and I'm going to close out. It says, for thou hast trusted in thy wickedness. You trusted in your wickedness. Thou hast said, none seeth me. Thy wisdom and thy knowledge, it hath perverted thee. And thou hast said in thine heart, I am, and none else beside me. America thought that they was the end all be all. Therefore shall evil come, and that's what all nations and kingdoms have done in the past, but they had an error, a time to rule, then they were taken out of power, and then somebody else came into power. It says, in which the next that's going to be in power is going to be us, the nation of Israel. It says, therefore shall evil come upon thee, thou shalt not know from whence it riseth. Mischief shall fall upon. They trying to figure out where all this shit coming from. Mischief shall fall upon thee, thou shalt not be able to put it off, and desolation shall come upon thee suddenly, which thou shalt not know. So ultimately it's going to get to them thermonuclear destructions, which is going to be a sudden desolation of America, which they have never seen before, like the world has never seen before. It says, stand now with thine enchantments. Oh, stand with your witchcraft, stand with all them devils you worshiping. It says, and with the multitude of thy sorceries, wherein thou hast labored from thy youth. America has been, in sorcery and witchcraft from the beginning of this place. It says, if so be thou shalt be able to profit. See if it profits you. If so be thou mayest prevail. You ain't gonna prevail. It says, thou art wearied in the multitude of thy counsels. Okay, all these meetings and all these, these plans they got. Let now the astrologers and the stargazers and the monthly prognosticators stand up and save thee from these things that shall come upon thee. You see? So, hey, man, your elites can't save you. Your government can't save you, man. Okay, they're the ones that's helping destroy you. All right, so wake up, snap out of it. Whatever, so I'm saying, Shalom, Kwame Sharala, up, ball.